Yo, welcome to Blood Brothers Podcast.
No,
My name
no,
is
that's not it. That's it. We tried. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Blood Brothers Podcast. My name is Enoch. That is my brother, James. Let's go. Welcome back to the Blood Brothers Podcast. Y'all know how we like to do it before we get going. Let's bow our heads. Father in heaven, come to you right now. Thank you for this day. Use us right now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now you can talk to us again.
All right, man. Good looking. I thought I was all right with the intro.
Nah, that wasn't it.
It don't matter because at the end of the day, we stay consistent.
Uh-huh.
Mission statement will always be the same until it happens. Empowering men to become leaders in society under God's law. Consequently, men, women, and other children will understand the foundations of what it is to be a real man. Shouts out to God.
Yes, sir. Most definitely, man. This relationship series is coming together so beautifully.
Yes.
Man. Marriage. This is episode 2 of marriage.
We had to
do it because last week, the way you was dropping the principles was amazing. And if you're watching this and you didn't see that, you need to stop, go back,
definitely
watch that, and then come back to this one because this is part 2.
Yeah,
you need the foundations before we even get to this.
No, so
today, let's get into the goodness of marriage. Let's talk about the benefits. Let's talk about the benefits of marriage, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, this is what we have to realize. And this is extremely important as you move forward. And if you're in your marriage or you're pursuing marriage, whatever the case may be, I just want you to understand that marriage is not, obviously it's not a joke, but it's a lot deeper than just two individuals. Marriage actually represents a community. Right, we're big on families because we understand the root of a community is healthy, or the root of a community is healthy marriages, right? Because they're going to produce healthy seed. Now that seed is going to reproduce the same cycle, and eventually a community will be a reflection of who God is, and we can operate under His laws, which will make us all successful. Won't be no jealousy, won't be no hating, won't be no adultery. It'll be one man for one woman, careers. Businesses,
strong families,
exactly, empowering each other to be what we're really intended to be, and that's have dominion rulership over this world. But
that's a fact. And one thing I really want to get in is to the benefits of being married within finance, and how the growth. If you're one, let me explain something. When you go into a marriage, there is no, this is my money, this is your money. Let me tell you why. Because let's say you come into the marriage and you only have 30,000.
Okay.
You bring in only 30,000, and she brings in only 70.
Okay.
You're already knocking down your marriage with the mindset of that's yours and this is mine. So if you come in with 30,000, and the partner comes in with 70,000. That's $100,000, right?
Together.
So if I make 30,000, my wife brings in 70. How much money do I make?
100,000.
My wife brings in 70, and I bring in 30. How much she make?
100,000, baby.
It's that simple. Sure. We have so many issues in marriages when it comes to finance, and it's that simple. There is no, this is mine, this is yours. You slow down the process of growth in your marriage, especially financially, for the children, the families. True. And that's why we go so hard on the men, because we have women in homes where they might bring 20,000, 30,000, 40, 50,000.
Yep.
And that's it. You limit the children.
That's true. And I think that perspective of me instead of we has to be a philosophy that's adopted across the board. You don't want, I'm very conscious of the subconscious mind, right? So if subconsciously you have this me mentality, then ultimately you're going to adopt that. You adopted that philosophy and you're going to infect your marriage with that type of mentality, right? it should always be we. There is no such thing. When you say I do, it means that we are forever. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anything that comes along with that, specifically finances, it shouldn't be separated. Right. And I get it. I mean, I will say this. It is hard to surprise my wife. Right. It's hard.
Yeah. Same
here. Because I don't ever really pay attention to my finances. I'm not the husband that's on top of, oh, my wife, make sure that, you know, whatever it is that, you know,
yeah.
I don't view finances like that. So
same here.
if 5 packages show up to my house, I'm not beefing. I'm just like, yo, listen.
That's a fact.
Just make sure my card ain't clapping, and on top of that, make sure all the bills is paid. Like we work together. So
yeah,
I feel like this. Even when it comes to finances, right, man, just remember, you want your wife to always be. What is the best way to put it? I don't want to say the flyest, but she's a representation of you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So before I get myself something, I'm gonna get her stuff.
Exactly.
Right. If I gotta go outside in a white tee and some shorts, some old sneakers, but my wife got what she wanted, I feel fine. Right. Yeah. Same thing with my kids. So I think the philosophy of me, and you need to replace it with we in every aspect of your life, in your marriage specifically. Yeah, that will be beneficial across the board. Right. I think that's a principle in marriage that should be ingrained in every aspect of the relationship, right?
And that comes with that submitting to that goal where y'all trying to go. Because me and my wife, I came in with loans and bills. She came in with loans and bills. Now just imagine our plan was, okay, with your money, you take care of your bills. My money, I take care of my bills. And then when we get that done, we'll try to get a house and try to figure it out. Okay. You know how much more years the process would have taken for us to find a house?
Yeah, you definitely would have slowed up the process.
So we came with the plan, we are one. Our money is one. So your bills, let's take care of that. Your bills, let's take it. We put all our money into that. So now we're able to knock that out. Just last year alone, we was able to take like maybe 10, 12 bills, knock them all out.
That's what's up.
And then this year, we were able to put ourselves in position to get a house. And now we have a house because of what we did together. We wouldn't have been able to get a house if we had the mindset like, yo, you do you with your money, I'm gonna do me. Let's meet at the top. It don't work like that.
One thing I'll say too is that you have to remember, marriage, it allows you to operate on a different playing field, right? It's not there's no confusion in marriage, and I'm talking about the organic man, woman, family marriage. That's what we speak about. That's what we live on. That's what we stand on. Yeah. So when we look at it, it's like your production, like that, for example, if you're think about what you just said, you guys work together, y'all had kids together, they're your naturally biological kids. You guys work as a team. They're seeing that. Now, not only are you becoming homeowners, but you're putting yourself in position to do a lot more things that can benefit your children in the long run. Because when we get into obviously the parental or the parenting series or the last episode, parenting with relationships, you have to consider this. If you work as an individual, right, you might as well working as an individual in your marriage, you might as well just be a single parent, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a team. This is a team effort. We are one. I love that. I love that saying. We are one. So why would you separate certain things in your marriage? I mean, let's be honest. Anybody who's married, I'm pretty sure you go into the bathroom while your partner's using the bathroom and brush your teeth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no such thing as privacy in your marriage. There's no such thing as division in your marriage. So I hear people, and I caution them, you know, they have this perspective of what they want their marriage to be, but let's say it correctly. You want your marriage to be like that. There are rules that are above you that are supposed to govern your marriage. So your will isn't the will of the marriage, because it can't be, because it's not just you in the marriage. So in your submission, meaning if you're saying that a wife has to submit to her husband in natural form, then the man has to submit to God, because that's the only way for you to operate effectively. The minute you start saying I, or we above God, you're going to be divided and you're going to fall. If you say I in your marriage with your wife, you're going to fall. It has to be us with God, one, right? So that process, it can never be overlooked. I'm not saying that you don't have to put effort forward, right? I don't want to make it seem like, oh, just pray to God and your bills get. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you and your wife took the initiative, right, to say, we're going to work together and we're going to, this is our mission. And God said, yes, I'm going to see you guys through it, right? But I bet you if you would have took the approach of, I'm going to just do this and whatever, I'm going to take care of mine and my wife going to take care of hers. And then once she take care of hers, God would have said, that's not my instructions. You kind of get what I mean? So I just think it's important that people understand that as the man in the foundation of your family, you being aligned with God is the greatest benefit that your family would ever reap. And I said this a long time ago, and I'm going to say it now because I love this saying, but my covenant was and always is to God first. My family just simply reaps the benefit of my covenant to God. So when I said I do to my wife, I had said I do to God a long time ago. So when my wife heard it, it was just simply the fruit,
like an echoing of it.
Yeah, exactly. It was just the fruit of who I was. I saying I do to you because I already said I do to him. And I know that as long as I'm aligned with God, I will always do right by you. Right? So the benefit, if we're talking about benefits, there is no greater benefit than a man who's aligned with God. Women will see the benefits of that if they get a man who understands that. But when you don't understand that as a man, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have a crack in your foundation. So you'll never get the benefits of being under covenant with God and aligning your family with his will. It's totally different than somebody just, I'm getting married. Just because, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I've been with you this long. We're going to be married, right? You as a man, you're still broken. You're still cracked. So truth of the matter is, majority of the time, women just settle.
That's true.
They just settle. Listen, I have a kid with you. I don't want another baby daddy. Right? Settle.
Yeah.
I've been with you for 10 years. I put this much time into you. Settle. And the truth of the matter is, you know that this man isn't aligned with God, but what are you going to do? Settle. Right?
Wow.
And it's sad. It's sad because you're never going to truly reap the benefits of the potency of marriage unless you get somebody who's equally yoked, but especially the man has to be in unison with God, with his actions, with his way of life. Then the benefits, forget it. It's endless. It's natural. It's a natural. It's natural benefits. Under covenant, it's natural.
And it's funny thing how you said settle to get married. And I think that's where you see those marriages where they're like 5 years in and like it hasn't gone anywhere. It's like we're just together and we don't even date anymore. Because all those years of dating and now he's like, well, we might as well get married. Where do you think that energy goes in once you get married with the mindset of getting married because we've been together this long, we might as well? Like I'm constantly chasing my wife, like literally, like literally running after her at the crib, like always flirting with her. That don't stop. That's the problem with these marriages because you marry now, you're like, we here, so all right, let's just what do we do?
What's next? Once you marry, the flirting and
that's when it starts. That's what it's game time.
You like, you getting special texts. Like, listen, I'm gonna keep it PG, but you get what I'm saying. So I'm glad you said that too, because women, once you get married, stay chaseable.
Yes.
Right? Don't settle for, okay, I just had a baby, I'm this, and this is just what I'm gonna be. Nah, listen, let me tell you something. Stay sexy, keep it hot, stay in tune with your husband's needs and wants. Stay on that, because look, I'm not gonna give the pass to a man who doesn't get that and be like, yo, go cheat. But just remember, it's a two-way street. I want to be attracted to you, and this goes for men too. Stay attractive. Don't Don't lose yourself. Don't get out of shape. Don't stay one another. One thing that I love, and I'm constantly pushing this. I believe men that are married and women that are the marriage, you should work out with your spouse.
Yeah.
When I work out with my wife, it's so gratifying. Like
it is.
See her results. See her results. I mean, listen. This is my wife, so when I look at her, she's my it's like I'm stroking her. It's like, I can't wait. I can't wait to get you home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're still building together. It's building that foundation of I push you, you push me. I'm keeping my body in shape. You keeping your body in shape. Let's keep this thing going, because there's nothing worse than one party falling off. Right? Don't for women who are married, if you have a good man and I'm hoping you married a good man, and he's worthy of you taking care of yourself. That's big. I hear a lot of men say that, they want men to fall off or whatever, and I'll look at them first and I'll go, did you fall off before you start looking at your wife? But if you didn't fall off, I encourage you to take the initiative to be like, listen, babe, I know you don't like working out, but come on, we're gonna work out together. Like, let's go run. Let's do it together.
Yeah. Don't bash her.
Don't bash her. Don't bash her.
Don't do that.
But at the same time, women, don't be so comfortable to the point you're oblivious to what your man likes and what he, his desires. If he's worth it, which he should be worth it, right? And I promise you, that takes your marriage to another level when you look at it and you go, I'm so attracted to my wife. Right? There's nothing better than seeing your wife in public and you looking at her like,
You gotta continue to do that. I be doing that on my wife. She be like, what are you looking at? You like, come on, man. Come on. Like,
stop playing with me.
You gotta make her feel sexy.
Listen.
You gotta make her wanna up herself and make sure she's on top of it.
Women love affirmation.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Women love affirmation. And listen, I'm okay with that. But at the same time, women, you have to meet the man halfway at least. Put in that effort. I'm a big accountability effort type of guy. So I need you to put in the same effort that I put in so we both could reach the benefits, or we both could have that moment where we benefit from each other's hard work.
Exactly.
Right? So that's just very important. And I think even more than that, mental and physical health.
Y'all trying to grow old together.
Hello?
That's a
I'm
fact.
trying to be with you forever, but you way out of shape. You got heart problem. You got high blood. It's like,
exactly.
Like, dang, I might as well just get ready to lose you because you're not here right now.
That's true, and that goes both ways. There be men that just fall off crazy. It's like no.
Listen, I'm not gonna front. The 30-year-old club right now that we in, dudes is washed.
It's not good.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not.
Yeah, it's not
and
good.
I'm not trying to throw shade. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Dudes, you're looking bad out here. Like, I can't believe that some brothers, the way they look right now is 30. Like, you either, and listen, take it how you want it, but you either look smoked out or you look like you ain't worked out in forever.
Yeah.
Either one is no good. It's bad for business. You want to keep yourself in top mental, physical shape.
Yeah.
Because you want your wife to look at you and go, like, you a piece of meat. Like,
exactly.
That's
mine.
And the vice versa for women. You want to you want to be that woman that when your husband see you, it's like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop settling within the marriage. Like, well, I'm married. I ain't gotta look good for nobody. No. For my wife's birthday, she wanted some makeup. I cashed her out. Got her brushes, all of that. You want to get your makeup? Do your thing. She wanted some clothes. Go ahead, cash out. You have to though, and this is what. Let me give another advice for women since we're talking about marriage. Here's some good advice. Don't change your wear at night. Right? Keep it where a man wants it. Like don't keep the nice panties and the lingerie. Keep that. Listen. Even if you have kids, keep that. Don't turn it. Let's not let marriage turn into the stereotypical like TV marriage where you wearing long robes and big old pants. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, come on, keep it sexy, man.
Yes, keep it sexy. Like, don't fall off, right? And not for the sake of him not cheating on you. No, it's just because I care about my marriage enough that I want my man to be attracted to me. Period. Right? And I'm gonna do what it takes to make sure I stay attractive.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's your husband. That's your life partner. That's who you want to be attracted to you, right? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. So, and I understand women, like when you have kids, you got to go through a process. But there comes a point where you have to sit back and like, okay, I got to get back on it. My wife had 2 kids back to back. She's on it now. She's on it now. She's like, yo, I got my groove now. She started doing her process, working out, and we did a couple workouts together, and it's beautiful because now she's coming into her own because at some point she takes a little backseat to the kids. And I think that's women unconsciously, they just do that.
Yes.
They put themselves in the back seats for the kids. Yes. But then there comes a point, not when it's 10 years down the line, there comes a point where you have to like say, okay, I got it with the kids, I got my routine, now it's time, now it's about me. And sometimes fellas, you have to understand to push them to that, because there was a point where my wife, she didn't want to get her nails done. And I was like, you know, you even told me, like, yo, bro, tell her, just go get your nails done. Go get your nails done. I started, go get your nails done, go do it. And then you start, little by little, you start seeing them getting their sexy back. You know, and then you see that, you be like, oh, you feeling yourself. And they be like, yep. I'm like, no, that's right.
Exactly.
You gotta do it. Play your part. Don't just, yo, babe, you looking crazy. Like, you don't
wash.
Yeah, you wash. Like, come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, why you can't like the girls on Instagram? Like, damn, you're a trash.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Nah, listen. All jokes aside, like, not even trying to be funny. In a marriage, you're supposed to have the most fun. And I tell you this because there's no guilt factor.
Yeah.
Right? There's no guilt factor. Like, there's no, dang, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Oh, you know, I'm having sex outside of marriage. There's none of that. This is my husband. This is my husband. This is how we get down. This is how we get busy. And that's it. And that's a benefit, right? That having that freedom to be open and resourceful and whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
With your partner.
Yeah. You know, like when that guy said to me, like, oh, you missing all the fun. You married? I'm like, bro.
I don't know what type of marriage you thought you had.
Like, do you know how many people in quarantine was by themselves? Because, like, we don't got to worry about that. Like, I'm good.
Listen, listen, I'm not going to, I can't hold you on this one. When I tell you brothers is really looking bad out here, like, so and let me just address the fellas, you know, just in this aspect, right? You should never look. What's the best way to put it? How do I say it? Nice?
You trying to be nice.
Trying to be nice. Because everybody says I come off wrong. I'm mean, but you shouldn't look washed up. I don't know what else to say. Like I just can't get with this whole no meat on your body. Like you just, you know what I mean? You just skinny. Your face is smoked out. Your mouth is black. Or you just super fat.
There's no accountability there.
You just out of shape. Like, it's like, dude, bro. I mean, did you dedicate your life to the L? Like,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like, I'd much rather you put that energy that you putting into that lifestyle, man. Go work out. Go work on your mentality.
Prepare yourself for your future.
Prepare yourself for your future. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's I don't know, because it's not really my habit. Because I get habits are hard to break, but if a habit is affecting your outer, right? Just imagine what it's doing internally.
Exactly.
Just imagine what it's doing to your mind.
That's a fact.
I wish there were more men that took pride in having the mental and physical health. To be a solid foundation for women, right? I really do, because there's a lot of women, good quality women. I'm not saying all women are in shape. I'm not saying but what I'm saying is, I just feel like if there were more men that had those type of standards, you would naturally see the progression of women taking that next step. Like, listen, I can't be out here looking crazy. I can't be out looking washed. But in the same token, you could have women set the standard higher for men too. Like, look, I don't want no man that's looking like a charcoal. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a fact.
Or,
That's a fact.
got rolls on rolls on rolls. Like, that's not what I'm into. So it's not about so much of it's not so much of bashing. I'm trying to say it's more of just understanding your value, self-worth.
Yeah.
Right, having that self accountability and worth to know, like, I'm worth being healthy, mentally, physically, and through that process, if I'm doing it with my wife, now we both benefit from it. That's very important.
Living
Very
longer.
important.
Like, you shouldn't. If you're not the type of person that like to work out, use your family as motivation. If you're married, you have kids, use your family as your motivation. Like, nah, I need to be here for them. I need to be here for my kids. I need to be able to run. Yeah, I need to be able to run down the block with my kids. I need to be able to be there for my wife when my kids grow up and they're gone and she's living by herself because I didn't take care of myself when I was younger. You gotta prepare for the future.
Yep.
Like, if anything, you should be trying to prepare for the future. I married you till death do us part, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure death don't happen. I mean, within my power. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, listen, I agree. And one thing too, right? Women, if you wanna this is gonna sound a little crazy, but we did like the squat challenge, right? All men should be able to squat their wives. I'm sorry. You should be able to squat your wife. Your wife, you should be able to carry your wife like your baby. And you should be able to hold. She should be able to feel your strength, right? And I'm not saying overpower her, but she should be able to know her support is not just mentally, it's physically. Baby, I got you for real. Like, I really, like, there's a certain sense of security that you have to provide as a husband. And that doesn't come with being frail and out of shape and all those things. Yes, granted, you can get the pistol. I get it, right? All right, fine. I get it. But at the same time, you still want to walk with a certain confidence in yourself when you're in public with your family that they look like, nah, he not playing. Like, that's his family. That's not something that is tolerated. But I think we should get into let's leave him off with some advice, like with some good tidbits for the benefits of marriage.
Oh man, marriage, communication is the key to all the benefits in the marriage.
True.
Because when you're able to communicate, there is none of those, oh, we beefing, I'm sleeping on the couch and you sleeping in the bed. We know how to handle the situation, so everything that happened doesn't come in the bedroom at night. Only love lives there. So when you keep that mindset, like, no, we got to keep the love in the family. We got to make sure we're on the same page. You're always constantly working on yourself. That's one. So when you're constantly working on yourself, just imagine both parties continually working on themselves. That marriage is always going to prosper.
Always.
Because I'm working on me. So whatever I have issues with, I make sure I'm fixing that and not bringing it to you. Whatever she's working on, she's making sure she's not bringing it to you. And then when we come together, we're able to handle things together. We're able to move forward. Like, we was able to get a house, things like that. And you're able to be happy. And that translates to the kids. So now the kids is like, wow, life is great. They don't even, and people who think like kids don't understand. No, when they see parents fighting,
scary.
They get that. It sits on them. So you don't want to give that atmosphere of just rage. You want it to be a loving home. You want the kids to be able to come home and say, wow, like, this is great. You want that. You want that in your home.
You want Eden.
Yeah.
Eden.
Yeah.
Man was created to live in the Garden of Eden. Eden's the atmosphere. So that's what man was created to do. And it's very important that you're like that, because at the end of the day, it's like, if it's my responsibility to create and set the standard and set the environment for my home as the foundation, then you have to consider this, the garden that God created, right? Which is just simply the atmosphere that was created for man to live in. It's a prosperous, happy, loving, contagious atmosphere. So the reason why your kids feel it is because at the end of the day, you're providing them with the proper nutrients, the right mentality, the best of the best.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it goes back to, how could you provide Eden if you don't have God? Right? I mean, at the root of it.
Yeah.
If you don't have God, you can never provide Eden.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, it's an atmosphere, but it's an atmosphere that is conducted by choice. I choose to live a certain way to bring about this type of energy into my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? It's a choice. It's 100% a choice. I got one for them. And this is from Dr. Miles Monroe. You know, that's my
facts.
My guy. But he said the greatest testament for a man's character is his wife. And when I tell you I live by that, I really if a man, I watch how men treat their wives. Or their wife, I'm sorry, not wives, their wife.
Yeah.
I watch how they do it. And if your wife is not happy, I question you as a man.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, who are you as a man that your wife is not happy? And I hear a lot of excuses where guys be like, yeah, but that's her own personal things that she has to get through. And, you know, she's you know the famous line, she's insecure.
She's insecure. No, that's a problem with you. You have a problem if your wife is saying, if you're able to say that your wife is insecure,
and y'all are
one, you should be looking at yourself. Because I'm the one saying that my wife is insecure and I'm married to her. What are you doing that makes her insecure?
Listen,
that doesn't really think about it. Yo, my wife is insecure. That's your wife though. I can understand if you say, yo, that girl, she insecure. That's not, you have nothing to do with that.
You have no ties.
Yeah, we have no ties to. My wife is insecure? No, that's a problem. That's a problem with you. You're not doing something right. You're not affirming her. You're not affirming her. You're not giving her affection. You're not telling her that she's great. You're not telling her that you love her. You're not showing that you appreciate her. That's why she's insecure.
You're not watering that seed.
Yeah, you're not watering that.
For her to become what she's destined to become.
You should always be chasing your woman when you're married. Listen, always. It don't stop.
The beauty, let me say this too. The beauty of a chase, of something that you know is already yours. It's a beautiful chase.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful chase. I mean, why? It's confusing to me because when I think about men who violate their covenant, right? You violate God first.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if I'm when I think of marriage, automatically I go to covenant and I think of my relationship with God. So I was in covenant with him first, and then my family reaps the benefits of that, right? Yeah. So when I violate the covenant first, that means I violated God. And then what happens is now they have to pay the consequences. They don't reap the benefits. They pay the consequences of my violation with God. Right. But if you're a wise man, right, and you care about your family, this is why I don't know how men could say, oh, you know, I might have cheated on my girl, but I love my kids. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you love your kids? I'm just curious, because to me, for you to violate your wife, and those are the mother of your children, they love her, right? You hurt something that they love.
Yeah.
So, but you're saying you love them.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
No,
now, I'm not, listen, not being hypocritical, like me personally, I wasn't married when I had Cam. Right? It's not an excuse for my actions, but at the end of the day, I've always kept in mind that when I do evolve, which I did. And
definitely did.
When I really understand the process and what's important, I'm going to one day sit down with Cam, and use my life as an example of what he should not do. But he's gonna hear it from me, right?
That's important.
A lot of guys are very quick to point the finger.
That's true.
Don't point the finger. Look at yourself.
Exactly.
And more than that, the reason why I really love that quote so much when it comes down to the character, because when you and your wife are one, right, eventually she starts to take on your characteristics.
That's true. 100%.
She takes on your characteristics. So when you go, my wife is insecure. What you're saying is I'm insecure.
That's 100%. That's a fact.
I'm insecure.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
I'll give you one more. Let me know what you think about this. So let me see. You could measure a man's mental state by how he loves his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're very similar, but I feel like they touch two different subjects in a way. Right? Because when I think of treating your wife good, right, I think of the things of living the right lifestyle. More of an accountability piece. When I think of character, I think of us as one because I'm spending so much time with you. But to even get to that point of having that high character and living that certain life, I have to be one. Holy.
That goes with a healthy marriage. Healthy marriage is when you're able to see, like, you can see a healthy marriage without even being in it. You can see it. You're like, wow, yeah, they're happy. Like, you can tell they have a good family. You can tell, you can see it. You can feel it. So when you even if you're dating, if you're next to a couple, you can tell when there's tension, when there's disagreement.
Mad awkward.
Yeah, you can tell. And same thing is within marriages. That's why you have to do that groundwork. You have to make sure. Just like that problem, if y'all listen to the last episode, we talk about the issues like with the directions. They put the wrong directions in my phone. I'm not gonna go home and start yelling at my wife because it's not that serious. In comparison to anything else, that's nothing because everything is so beautiful in our home. So it's like, do I really want to be the one that comes home and bring this disruption? Do I really want to do that off of something I know? So I took it back on myself. When you're always taking accountability on yourself, it's hard to lash out at the person you love.
It is. It's hard.
It's hard. So I can go home and say, you know what? I should have put the direction for myself. I know she be messing it up.
She don't know what she doing.
Yeah, she don't know what she's doing.
That's like saying, yo, babe, go outside and work out. I'm gonna be in here. She don't know what she doing.
She don't know what she doing.
She don't know what she doing. I mean, but at the end of the day, like, if you washed up, you don't know what you're doing either. So what's the difference?
That's a fact.
Nah, I think. Listen, I hope y'all enjoyed this. This was my favorite one. I love marriage.
Yeah,
this is like
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So I'm always encouraging people, like, bro, if she's the one, marry her. Don't wait. Just imagine if I would have waited to get married. I'd be like, yo, babe, we're gonna wait 5 years, then we're gonna get married, and
then we're gonna get engaged.
Then, bro, listen to this. Okay, we got married at 25. I got married at 25. She was 20. In 5 more years, I'm only gonna be 35, and we're gonna be having a 10-year wedding. Think about that.
That's dope.
We're gonna be at our 10 years.
That's dope.
At 30 and 35.
That's amazing.
And it's like, just imagine we waited. Our kids are, Eli's 3 now. Leah turns 2 in November. They wouldn't have been here. We wouldn't have had a house right now. Like, we're gonna be young in our later years, being able to teach younger kids, like, yo, let me tell you about this marriage thing. I may be young, but I've been doing this for a while now.
Listen, age don't define experience. I say this all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, I think about it like this. When I turn 40, I'm going to have been a father for half of my life.
Wow. That's real. You can speak from real experience.
Exactly. So when I look at it, it's the same thing. I'm like, why would I leave my marriage up to chance?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You at this point, guys, get right.
Yeah, man.
Get right. What are you doing? Get right.
Yeah.
Get right. It's really that simple. If you where I'm not, and I had a conversation with one of my close friends, and he asked me, like, he's like, you into like church and stuff. I said, no, I'm into God.
Yeah.
I'm not into church. If you're talking about the government of God, yes, I'm into that. But if you're just talking about the building, the church, I'm not into that. It's not me.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm so adamant about really clarifying the confusion that tends to happen when people align you with a certain religion or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Because
that's true.
God doesn't have a religion. God didn't create religion, right? he organized his government. That's what he did. And marriage is an organization in his government. So it's up to you as the man being the foundation. Remember the cup. Remember the cup. I got it. Remember the cup. You the foundation. This is your wife. She submits to your foundation.
Yeah.
Right. So if you like this.
Oh yeah. Shaky.
And you don't want that. Right. You don't want that. You don't want your wife not to respect you. The only way for her not to respect you is for you to be a righteous man. And it's I hope that you guys really, because I know a lot of people starting to get married.
Yeah.
I'm just praying that it's in the right context of what marriage really is. And if you guys, women, men, we don't care. If you need someone to talk to about marriage, we are more than willing and open.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm literally, as soon as I graduate, I'm going to get my license to be a marriage counselor. I can't wait. Right. But it's because I care. Right. That's really
100%. 100%.
I care. And I promise you, if you need support through your marriage, if you need your husband to talk to a couple guys that got it together, come at us.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I just told my boy the other day, today, he just had a daughter. I told him, like, yo, bro, whatever you need, like, I'm here. Whatever. He was like, nah, for a fact, I already know, like, to come to you. And I'm like, yo, I mean it, because people say that, but they don't really mean that.
No, we mean
like,
it.
I want young families to win. And I'm telling him, like, yo, bro, seriously, whatever you need. I told him, like, yo, there's not a lot of people our age group doing the right thing. I said that. So I know there's not a lot of resources of people to go to.
True.
But if you ever need somebody, I'm here. And I mean that. For real.
That's deep. And I think I hope you guys took a lot out of this 2-part series. This one meant a lot. I ain't gonna front. I really marriage is really I love it. Like,
I love it. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing, and you can do so many great things. And just remember, it's not I anymore. It's we. It's
do
we
it together. Do it together, man.
It's always we, and then it's God. So it's us.
Yes.
We together, us with God. Keep that mind frame, keep that perspective, keep that philosophy, and I promise you, he has never failed.
Oh yeah.
And he won't fail, especially when you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Especially.
Do it together, man. For real, man.
But I tell you that, I appreciate you, my brother. I hope y'all enjoyed this one.
Yeah, man. The marriage. We're going to come back. We're going to circle back around on everything that we do, because this is not just a one-time thing. This is something we constantly push. All of this mindset, this mentality, this marriage, relationships, all of that is important to prosper in life, man.
That's so true. And next week we got parenting. It's gonna be something special, baby. I tell you. All right, listen, we appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and
all of that.
Whatever all that other stuff is. Y'all know I'm not good at that, but I'm out. Later.
We'll see you next week.